Hello there, what's up? Today we are going to learn the type and working principle of PD pumps. Positive displacement pumps apply pressure directly to the liquid by a reciprocating piston or by rotating members. We can use PD pumps for high pressure applications. PD pumps can be used for variable viscosity applications. And PD pump also can be used for fixed dosing of chemicals. We already have a lecture at pumps types. From this picture you can revise the positive displacement pump types. Piston, plunger, diaphragm are the types from reciprocating pump, and gear, loop, screw and vane pumps are type from the rotary pumps. In rotary pumps, the chamber moves from inlet to discharge and back to the inlet. A wide variety of rotary pumps are available. Gear pump are most popular. It has a relatively constant output. Let's now have a look at rotary pumps types. The first one we have the loop pump. These drawings show rotary loop pumps. Each pump has two rotors. Each rotor has two or more loops. The rotors are mounted on separate shafts. They rotate in opposite directions. Liquid enters the pump through suction port. The liquid trapped between the wall of the casing and rotating loops. The loops trap the liquid and force it into the discharge port. This one is the gear pump. Any liquid which fills the space A between two teeth must follow with them as they revolve. In the area where the two gears match B, there is a little or no space for liquid and forced to discharge through C in the discharge pipe. The reduction of pressure at D causes liquid flow in suction line. This one is the external gear pump. Gear pumps are simplest rotary type liquid. First fills the space between gear teeth as they separate on the suction side. The liquid then carried around and squeezed out to discharge line. This one is the internal gear pump. Internal gear pump have one rotor with internally cut teeth meshing with an externally cut gear idler. A crescent shaped partition to prevent liquid from passing back to the suction side. This is the vane pump, or you can say sliding vane pump. Sliding vane pumps have vanes that thrown against the casing bore. When the rotor turns, liquid trapped between two vanes is carried around and forced out in discharge line. The sliding vane pumps are rotary pumps used in many industries. Although they are generally used for handling hydraulic or lubricants, vane type are used for viscous materials. This one is the single screw pump. In this pump, liquid is displaced by single screw. As the screw turns, it maintains a sealed contact with the helix. Liquid is trapped between the screw and the helix, then liquid is pushed ahead by rolling screw. This one is the double screw pump. Another positive displacement rotary type pump frequently used in industry for pumping oil or other heavy viscous liquids in screw gear pump. The screw gear pump, with its double gear impeller design, is able to pump large amount of oil with relative ease. Because the basic mechanism has a complicated shape, the screw gear pump is expensive to manufacture and quite susceptible to damage from abrasive material. This one is 3-screw pump. In operation, the 3-screw pump is driven by the central rotor called the power rotor. It drives 2 idler rotors with mesh with it. Both idler rotors are identical, it being threaded to mesh with power rotor. Now let's have a look at reciprocating pumps. Uses one or more oscillating pistons, plungers, or diaphragm. Reciprocate means to move backward and forward. This one is the piston pump, which is the type of reciprocating pump. In the reciprocating pump, a piston sucks the fluid into a cylinder, then pushes it up rise. We have a cam, a piston, outlet check valve, and inlet check valve, the head and the seal in piston pump. This one is the double acting piston pump. It's the same as a single acting piston pump, but you can say double acting means single acting multiplied by 2. This is the diaphragm pump. For sludgy or corrosive liquids, a diaphragm pump may be used. The plunger is protected by a flexible rubber diaphragm. The diaphragm is bolted to a flange on the cylinder. If it becomes damaged, the diaphragm can be removed and replaced by the backstroke. The flexible diaphragm maintains some pressure on the suction liquid. A liquid is least likely to flash into vapor at the suction of diaphragm pump. It can work on low NPSH.